Boatswain! Boatswain!
Here's my master, what's cheer?
Good speak to the marines. Fall to Jerly, or we run ourselves aground. Bester, bester!
Hey, my heart, Charlie, Charlie, my heart. Yeah. Take in the top sail. Tend to the master whistle. Blow the thought the wine thief, rum enough. God, Weston, have care. What's the master? Amen. I pray now. Keep below.
Where's the master, bosun?
Do you not hear him? You mar labor. Keep your cabins. You do assist the storm.
Nay, good, be patient.
When the sea ends, what cares about the rowers for the name of king? To cabin, silence, trouble us not.
Good, yet remember whom thou hast aboard.
Know that I'm more loved than myself. You are a concealer. If you can't command these elements to silence and work the peace of the present, we will not hand a rope more. Use your authority, man. If you cannot, give me thanks you have lived so long. And make yourself ready in your cabin for the mischance of the hour, if it so happen. Surely, good heart. Out of my way, I say.
I have great comfort from this fellow. Methinks he had no drawn mark upon him. His complexion is perfect, Laus. Stand fast, good fate, to his hanging. Down of the destiny or cable. For our own, those little adventures, if he be not born to be hanged, our cause is miserable.
Down with the dog, master. Lower, bring her right with main course. A plague upon this hollow one. They are louder than the weather of our office. Yet again, what do you hear? Shall with shiver and drown. Have you mind to sink?
Apox, your thought? You Bowlim, Blashbones, incredible dog.
Work you then.
Hang, cur. Hang you insolent noisemaker. We're less afraid to be down than thou art. I will warrant him for, rowing, though the ship were no stronger than not shall and least as an unchated wench.
Lay her hold. Set her 2 courses of the sea again. Lay her over.
All lost to prayers all lost.
But what's the matter over must be called?
The king and the prince at prayers. Let's assist them, for our case is as theirs. I'm out of patience. We are merely cheated of lives by drunkards. This white-chopped rascal will thou mightn't lie drowning the wishing of 10 tides. He will be hanged yet, thou every drop of water sewer against it, and gate at wits to belong him. We split! Farewell, my wife and children. Farewell, brother. We split.
Say split again.
We split!
Say split again.
We split!
What country are you from? What?
Let's all sing with the king.
Let's take leave of him. Now I will give 1,000 furlongs of sea for an acre of our ground. Long head, round first, anything. The wills above be done, but I will find diatritis.
If but you are Matilda's father, you have put the wild waters in this roar, I like them. The sky, it seems, will pour down sticking pitch, but that the sea, mounting to the wilking ship, dashes the fire out. Oh, I have suffered, with those that are so suffer. A break vessel, dash all to pieces. All the cracked knot against my very heart. Poor souls, they perish. Had I been any godly power, I would have sunk the sea within the earth of earth. It should that good ship to have swallowed, and the frouting soul within.
Be collected. No more amusement. Tell your pity's heart there's no harm done.
Oh, where are they?
No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee, my dear one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospero, master of a full, poor cell, and thy no greater father.
Nor to know, you never meddle with my thoughts.
This time, I should inform thee, father, lend thy hand, and pluck my magic garment from me, so. Lie there, my art, wipe thou thine eyes, have comfort the direful speckle of the grog, which touched the very virtue of compassion in thee, I have with such provision. In my art, so safely ordered, that there is no soul, no, not so much perdition, as in hair bedded. To any creature in this vessel, which thou hearts cry, which thou saw'st sink, sit down, for thou must. No, father.
You have often begun to tell me what I am, but stopped, and led me to a bootless inquisition, concluding, stay not there.
The hour is now come. The very minute bids be, ope thine ear, obey, and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came into this cell? I do not think thou canst, for then thou wast not out 3 years old.
So tell me, sir,
By what? By any other cause or person? Of anything the image tell me that, have kept, with thy remembers.
"'Tis far off, and rather like a dream than an assurance. That's my remembrance warrants. Had I not 4 or 5 women's ones that tend me?
Thou hadst, and more, Miranda. But how is it, that this lives in the mind? What sayest thou else, into the dark backward, an abyss of time? If thou rememberest, out art thou camest here, out thou camest here, thou mayst.
But that I do not.
12 years since, Miranda, 12 years since, thy father was the Duke of Milan, and a prince of power.
Sir, are not you my father?
Thy mother was a piece of virtue, and she said thou wast my daughter. And thy father was Duke of Milan, and thou his only heir, and princess, no worse issued.
Oh, the heavens! What foul play have we that we came from thence, or this must be?
Both, my girl. By foul play, as thou sayest, where we have thence, but blessedly hope hither.
Oh, my heart bleeds to think of the deed that I have doomed to do, which is from my remembrance. Please, you, Father.
My brother and thy uncle, called Antonio, I pray thee mark me, that a brother should be so profusely. He won next thyself, of all the world I loved, and to him put to the manage of my state, as at the time, throughout all the signers, it was the first, and Prospero, the prime duke, being so reputed in dignity, and for the liberal arts would a parallel, thus being all my study, the government I cast upon my brother, and to me to my state grew, stranger, being transport and wrapped in secret studies, thy false uncle, dost thou attend me?
Sir, must
Being once perfect, how to grant sweets, how to deny them, how to advance, and who to trash for overtopping, new created, the creatures that were mine, I say, or change them, or else new form them, having both the key of office and office, set all hearts, I'd stay to what stone placed his hair, that now he was the eye which had hit my princely trunk, and stuck at my birder out unto, though attends it's not. I pray thee mark me, I thus negligently worldly ends, all dedicated to closeness, and the battering of my mind, with that which, but my banks retired, or price of popular rate in my false brother, await an evil nature, and my trust, like a good parent, did bet of him a falsehood, in its contrary as great, as my trust was, which had indeed no limit, a confidence sounds bound. He banged thus lorder, not only with what my revenue yielded, but what my power might also exact, like one who having into truth, by telling of it, made such a sinner of his memory, to credit his own lie, he had believed he was indeed the Duke, out of the substitutions and executing outward face of royalty, with all prerogative, hence his ambitions growing, dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, vulgartiveness.
To have no screen between this part he played and him he played it for, he needs will be absolute Milan. Me, my livery, was dukedom large enough, of temporal royalties he thinks me now incapable, confederates, with the King of Naples, to give him annual tribute, do him homage, subject his coronet crown, being bent, the Duke now Duke bowed, the most ignoble stopping.
Oh, the heavens!
Mark his condition, and even then tell me if this might be a brother.
I shall sing, to think but nobly of my grandmother. Good ones have borne bad sons.
Now, the condition, the King of Naples being an enemy to my inveterate hurricanes my brother sweet, which was, that he, in lieu of promises of homage, and I know not how much tribute, should presently extirpate me and mine, out of the dukedom and comfort fair Milan, with all the honors of my brother, whereon a treacherous enemy lived, one midnight, faded to the purpose did Antonio open the gates of Milan, and it death of darkness, the ministers for the purpose hurried hence, me and thy crying self.
Alack for pity, I'm not remembering how I cried out then. Will cry it ere again. It is a hint that brings my eyes to it.
Here a little further, and they all will bring feet to the present business, which now supposes, without the which this story were most impertinent.
Wherefore did they not? That hour destroy us?
Well, demand it. Wench my tale provokes that question, dear. The most dares not, so dear the love my people bore me, nor set a marks of bloody on the business, but with colors faded, painted their full ends. In few, they hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotting carcass of a butt, not rigged, nor tackle, sail, or mast. The very rats instantly have quit it. There they caused us to cry to the sea that roared us to sea, to the winds, whose pity, sinking back again, did us but loving wrong.
Alack, what trouble was I then to you?
Oh, a cherubim, so was that it preserved me? Thought this smile, infused with a fortitude from heaven, when I have decked the sea with drops full salt, under my burden grounded, which raised in time an underground stomach to bear up against what should ensue.
How came the usher?
By providence divine, some food we had and some fresh water that a noble Neapolitan Gonzalo, out of his charity, who being then appointed master of this design, did give us, with rich garments, license, stuffs, and necessaries, which since have stated so much. So, of these gentlemen, knowing I love my books, he furnished me from mine own library with volumes that I praise above my dugmum.
Will I might but ever see that man?
Now arise. Sit still and hear the last of our dear sorrow. Here in this slight land we arrived, and here have I, thy schoolmaster, made thee more profit than other princes can, that have more time for binary hours, and tutors not so careful.
Heavens, thank you for it. And now I pray you, sir, for still this beating in my mind, your reason for raising this sea storm.
No, 'twas a far forth, by accident most strange, bountiful fortune hath mine enemies brought to this shore, and by my presence I find my zenith, doth depend upon a most auspicious star, whose influence if no I could not, but admit my fortunes will ever after drop. Here case more questions thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good illness, and give it away. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, servant, come up. I'm ready now, approach my Ariel comb.
Hey, hail, great master, grave sir, hail! I come to answer thy best pleasure, but to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the coral like Claes, to thy strong, bending task, Ariel, in all his quality.
Hast thou spirit? From moment to point, the tempest that I bade thee.
Through every article, I bore the king's ship, now on the beck, now on the waist, the deck. In every cabin I flame amazement. Sometime I divide and burn in many places, on the topmast, the yards, and bowsprit. Will I flame distinctly, then meet and join. Hoves, lightnings, the precursor of dreadful thunderclaps, more momentary and sight outrining were not. The fire and cracks of sulphuries, roaring the most mighty Neptune seems to besiege, and make his blood waves of tremble. Yeah, his dead trident shake.
My brave spirit, who was so firm, so constant, that this coil would not infect his reason?
Not a soul will fed a fever of the mad and played some drinks of desperation. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine and quit the vessel. Then all fire with me. The king's son, Ferdinand, with her upstating, was the first man that leaped, cried, "Hell empty, and all the devils are here." Whoa.
Why, that's my spirit. But was not this night shore?
Close, bay, my master.
But are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perisheth, under sustaining garment, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And that's a so bad still me. In troops I have dispersed them about the ice. The king's son have I landed by myself, whom I left cooling of the air with sight, and in a oath angle of the isle, and sitting his arms to this sad night.
Of the king's ship, the mariners say how thou hast despoiled, and all the rest of the fleet.
Safely in harbor is the king's ship in the deep nook, where once thou called me up at midnight to fetch thee from the steel becks Redmond's desk. There's she hid, the mariners all under hatch stowed, who, with a charm joined to their soft great labor, I have left as well. And for the rest of the fleet, which I dispersed, they all have met again, and are upon of the Mediterranean float, only sadly home for Naples, supposing that they saw the king's ship wrecked, and his great person perish.
Ariel, their charge exactly is performed, but there is more work. What is the time of day?
Past the mad season.
At least 2 glasses. The time, twixt 6 and now, must by us both be spent most preciously.
Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember till what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed.
How now? Moody? What is thou canst demand?
My liberty.
Before the time be out? No more.
I, Fred, remember I have done thee worthy services, told thee no lies, made me thee no mistakings, served without a grudge or grumblings, so did I promise to pay me for a full year.
Dost thou forget from what a torment I did free thee?
No,
Thou dost, and thinkst it much to tread the oaths of the south deep, to run upon the sharp wind of the north, to do my business in the veins, O thither, when it is baked with frost.
I do not, sir.
Thou liest, malignant thing. Hast thou forgot the foe which Sycorax, who with age and envy was grown into hope? Hast thou forgot her?
No, sir.
Thou hast. Where was she born? Speak, tell me.
Sir, in anger,
Oh, was she so? I must once in a month recount what thou hast been, which thou forgettest. This demand which Sycorax, for mischiefs manifold and sorries are terrible, to enter human hearing from Argir. Thou knowest, was banished for one thing she did. They would not take her life. Is not this true?
hey, sir.
This blue-eyed hat was hither brought with child, and here was left by sailors. So, my slave, as thou reports this thyself, was then her servant, and, for thou was a spirit too delicate, to act her earthly, and abhorred commands, refusing her grand hests, she did confine thee by help of her more potent ministers, and in her most unmitigated rage into a covenant pine, within which rift, imprisoned, thou didst painful remain. 12 years within which space she died, and left thither, where thou didst bend thy groans, as fast as mind will strike, then was this island, not honored with a human shape.
Yes, Caliban, her son.
Do think I saw. He, that Caliban won, now I keep in service. Thou best knowest what torment I did find thee in. Thy garns did make wolves whole, and penetrate the breasts of every angry beast. It was torment to lay upon thy damned wiser Christ could not again undo. It was mine art, when I arrived and heard thee, that made gape the pine, and let thee out.
I thank thee, master.
If thou murmurest, I will rend an oak, and peg thee in his knotty entrails till thou hast gnawed away 12 winters.
Pardon, master, I will correspond to common, and do my spreading gently.
Do so, and after 2 days I will discharge thee.
That's my noble, master. What should I do? Say what? What should I do?
Go make thyself like Nymphe of the sea, by subject to not sight but thin and mind invisible. To every eyeball else, go take the shape, and hither come to go. Hence with diligence. Awake, dear heart, awake. Thou hast lived well, awake.
The strangeness of your story put happiness in me.
Shake it off. Come on. We will visit Caliban, my slave, so who never yields us kind answer.
This is a billion, sir. I do not love to look on.
But as 'tis, we cannot miss him. He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serves in office that profit us. What? Who? Slave Caliban. Thou earth, thou speak.
There's wood enough within.
Come forth, I say. There's other business for this come. Thou tortoise when? Fine. Operation, my quantity Ariel. Hark in thin ear.
My lord, it shall be done.
Thou bosun slave, God by devil himself upon thy wicked dam. Come forth.
As weak dew as ere my mother brushed with raven's feather from unwholesome fen, drop on you both, as sad will blow on you and blister, you all over.
For this, be sure tonight thou shalt have cramps, sight catch, that shall pen thy breath up, or chin shall for that vast of night, that they may work, all exercise on thee, thou shalt be pinched, as thick as honeycomb, each pinch more stinging than bees that made 'em.
I must eat my dinner, this island mine by Sycorax my mother, which two dags from me. When thou come first, thou scratch me and make much of me, wouldn't give me water with berries in,
and teach me how to name the bigger light and how to less, that burn by day and night, and then I loved it and showed all the qualities of these eels. The fresh springs, green pits, barren place, and fertile. Cursed be I that I did so. All the charms of Sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on you. For I am all the subjects that you have, which first was mine own king, and here you stay me. In these hard rocks, while you do keep from me the rest of the island.
Thou must lie enslaved, whom stripes may move, not kindness, I have used thee, with human care and lodged thee, in mine own self till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child.
Wouldn't have been done. So this didn't prevent me, I had people else these eels with Calibans.
Upward a slave, which any print of goodness will not take. Being capable of all ill, I pity. Took pains to make them speak, thought they each hour, one thing or other, then thou didst not. Savage, know thine other meaning, but willing able like a thing most brutish, I and thou thus purposes, which words that made them know, by thy vile race, thou didst learn, had that in which good natures could not abide to be with. Therefore wast thou deservedly confined into this rock, which has deserved more than a prison.
You taught me language, and my profane own is, I know how to curse. The red flag read you for learning me your language.
Haxi hence, fetch us in fuel, and be quick, thou the best, to answer all their business. Surest thou malice? If you neglect, or dost unwillingly, what I command I will rack thee with all camps. Fill all thy bones with aches, make thee roar, that beasts shall temple at thee din.
No, pray thee, I must obey. His art is of such power, it will control my damscot, Cyribos, and make a vassal of him.
So slave, hence!
Come to the yellow sands, and take then the hands. Cursing when not you kiss, while the wise do wish. For the filly here and there, and so with a spread it's a bird. Harken, bow, and watching bark, and bow, harken, I hear the strange slaughter, slicker, cry, a do.
Where shall this music be? I desire the earth, it sounds no more, and sure it wears upon some god of the island, sitting on a bank, weeping against the king, my father's rock. This music gripped me upon the waters, alleging both their fury and my passion, with its sweet air. Since I have followed it, or it had done me rather, but it's gone. No, it begins again.
Full fat and fight, thy father lies, of his bone are cuddle me. Those are the prayers that the world decides, and nothing of him that doth faith with those suffer, as he changed into something rich and strange, singing first all the ring his knell.
The guilty does remember my drowned father. This is no mortal business, nor no sound that the earth owns. I hear it now above me.
The fringed curtains of thine eye advance, and say what thou seest young.
What is it? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about. Believe me, sir, it carries a brave form, but this is a spirit.
No, wench, it eats and sleeps, and hath such senses, as we have such. This gallant which thou seest was in the grag hand, but he is something stained with grief. Thou mightst call him a goodly person, he hath lost his fellows and strays about to find him.
I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw something.
It goes on, I say, as my soul prompts it, spirits find spirits. I will free thee within 2 days for this.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language, heavens, I am the best of them that speak this speech. Where I bought, were these spoken, must hear the goddess, on whom these airs attend. But save my prayer, may known if you remain upon this island, and that you will some good instruction give how I may bear me here. My prime request, which I do last pronounce, is, if you be made or no.
How? The best? What wert thou if the king of Naples heard thee?
A single thing, as I am now, that wonders to hear the speak of Naples. He does hear me, and that he does I sweep myself and Naples, who with mine eyes never since I ebb beheld the king my father grog.
Alack for mercy!
Yes, fate, and all his lord, the Duke of Milan, and his brave son being twined.
Why speak my father so gently? This is the dear man that I e'er saw, the first that e'er I sighed for. Pity move my father to be inclined my way.
The Duke of Milan and his more brave daughter could control thee. If no, they're free to do it. At the first sight, they have changed eyes, delicate the deal. I will set the three free for this. A word, good sir. I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word!
Oh, if a virgin and your affection not gone forth, I'll make you the Queen of Naples.
Soft, sir. One word more. They are both in either powers. But this swift business I must Aeneas make, lest too light winning, make the price light. One word more, I charge thee, that thou attend me, thou dost here usurp the name thou oughtest not, and hast put thyself upon this island as spy to win it from me, the Lord Hunt.
No, as I am a man.
There's nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. If the ill spirit have so fair a house, good things will strive to dwell with it.
Follow me. Speak not you for him, he's a traitor. Come, I will manacle thy neck and feet together, see whether shalt thou drink, thy food shall be the fresh brook muslins, with the roots and husks, wherein the corn carlet follow.
No, I will resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power.
Oh, dear father, make not too rash a trial of him. He's gentle and not fearful.
What? I say, my foot my terror? Put thy sword up, traitor, who masks, showed but dares not strike. Thy conscience is all supposed with guilt. Come, from thy word, for I can here disarm thee with this stick, and make thy weapon drop.
Beseech you, father.
Hence, hang not on my garments.
Sir, have pity. I'll be his shirt.
Silence, one word more shall make me chide thee. If not hate thee, what an advocate for an impostor. Hush! Thou thinks there is no more such shapes as he. Having seen but him and Caliban, foolish wench, to the most of men this is Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections are then most humble. I have no ambition to see a godlier man.
Come on, obey! The nerves are in their infancy again, and have no vigor on them.
So they are. My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. My father's loss, the weakness which I felt, the wrath of all my friends, nor his man's tricks, to whom I am subdued, are blind to me. I will throw my prison once a day, behold this me. All corners else of the earth, let liberty make use of. Space enough have I in such a prison.
It works! Come on! Thou hast done well. Fine, Ariel. Follow me. Hark what thou else shalt do me. Thou shalt be free, as mountain winds, will then exactly do all the points of my command.
Be of comfort. My father is of a fairer nature, sir, than he appears in speech. This is an unwanted which now came from him.
Thoughts here of
Come, follow. Speak not for him.